Well, isn't this just great? I want to introduce everybody to our wonderful Sarah, who is coming to share tapping with us. So Sarah Tobin is an EFT, so emotional freedom technique therapist and trainer who works with clients all over the world to help them release birth trauma, ancestral trauma, limiting beliefs, and emotional blocks. She hosts corporate workshops teaching EFT as well as self-management tools for stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. She also runs an overall online membership called Tapping Into You, which supports over 100 members from Alaska to Florida, UK, and Ireland with tapping videos, audio meditations, workshop courses, and more. She also hosts a Tapping Into podcast, which explores spiritual and alternative practices that can change lives. Sarah is passionate about helping her clients to tap into their true selves and find their path of personal growth and transformation. With the use of EFT, she helps people to reduce symptoms of anxiety, PND, depression, PTSD, and physical pain. She also helps to increase energy levels and improve sleep through the release of stress. Sarah believes in creating lasting change by combining powerful techniques with gentle compassion and unconditional love. Her mission is to empower her clients to become their own healers and create a life they truly love living. I mean, come on, this is just what a gift. My name is Jana. I'm here in lieu of Jess. Jess is under construction still. And I've always loved tapping. And when Jess arranged for this, I was just like cheering in the background because what a perfect thing for us to be doing on the last day of the month. Sometimes we were just talking before we started, sometimes the last day can be a little bit like, and we all know that when we are more grounded and we're inside of our nervous system and we're connected with that source within, that the magnetism and the magic is more powerful than any pushing. I mean, that doesn't mean don't follow up. Do your things, but do it from a place of like really beautiful regulation. So Sarah, what a gift it is to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. And like I said, I'm going to mute myself and enjoy this event. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Gosh, it was like, I'm only 4 or 5 weeks in with my Healy, and only a few weeks ago I watched your full moon or new moon event, and here am I now hosting an event for you. Like, I think that's just quite mental. So yeah, and thank you so much, and thanks to Jessica for suggesting it as well. It's lovely to connect with everybody, and we can visualize ourselves all around the world. Couple of things just before we get started. So have some water with you. If you are new to tapping, just please copy and tap along and do your best to try and follow. This evening, 44 people, woo! We're going to take a little bit of a journey. We're going to meet our inner child. There's going to be some kind of more in-depth use of tapping. And I know that might feel a bit strange for people who are just starting, but I just ask you to trust and go along with it. Whatever you're visualizing, your brain feels and knows as reality. So just lean into that. And what a better, no better space to be doing this kind of work where we're already so connected to our own energy, to frequency, to connection, to past, present, future. And hopefully what we're going to do tonight is continue, because I'm sure you're not new to self-worth as a concept of healing, but to continue that journey that you're on in terms of connecting into your own self-worth. I pulled some cards for us tonight the day before we get started, and they're just so relevant, and they might also give us a steer as to maybe what program you might want to run while doing this work. So the first one that came up was the solar light upgrade for our solar plexus, and to me that just really pinpoints the part of our body that we are working with, our gut, our connection to life force energy, our own self worth, our self-knowledge, our self-belief, our self-trust. And for me, that's all in the gut. So if you would fancy running a program this evening, if you have a Healy, you could run the chakra, the solar plexus chakra. So that's something that I thought might work well. Or you could run coherence. I'm running coherence at the moment, or the release program on the gold programs. So that would be coherence, release, or solar plexus. So again, just tune into what you think is relevant for you. The second card that I pulled, which again is amazingly relevant, it's held. And this is from the Rebecca Campbell Rose deck. So I know we like our flowers. The held here is the unseen help, the community, the connection that we have with each other, and the soil. So she talks about soil. If we think about our self-worth, isn't that the soil that aids our growth, that creates our desires, brings them from seeds into bloom, it brings them from ideas into reality? So our soil is so important. That's the foundation. So self-worth is the foundation. It underpins so many things in our lives. It underpins our boundaries, the food we eat, how we rest, how we say yes, how we enjoy life, how we show up, how we serve. So the soil is really important. You know, our self-worth is our bedrock. And so I thought that was a beautiful card, and we're doing it together in this community again. So equally beautiful. And then I went to Isis. I don't know if anyone connects with the energy of goddess Isis. And it was this gives me shivers, this card. It's triumph. It's the spirit of Isis. So it's just success. And if we build our self-worth and nurture our soil, aren't we just going to bloom in success? You know, these 3 cards from 3 different decks telling us the same story. So I just feel like we are creating a powerful shift tonight together across the world, just giving ourselves this opportunity to let go. We have all been through so many different things, and this group event is not, you know, going to negate any deeper work that you need to do, but it might aid the process of letting go. The experiences we have, particularly in childhood, in particular negative experiences, shape our belief and our beliefs and our mindset, which then go on to create our reality. So I've written some notes there, so I want to make sure I actually do them justice to what came through. So apologies for reading them, but I didn't do slides today. Yeah, so everything that we experience creates and shapes our belief system. Every word spoken, every emotion felt, every behavior witnessed from very young, and even in utero, has a lasting impact. Our ego steps in to protect our role, and our soul quietens down, and sometimes we can come out of alignment. Our ego perhaps isn't supporting our goals and dreams because our ego is busy protecting us and caring for us and making sure that we don't experience the same levels of grief or heartache or physical abuse, etc. It's keeping us safe. The reason why we go into fight, flight, freeze is because we have a physical threat to our safety, or we have a threat to our sense of self. And this is where our self-belief and our self-worth comes in. How many of us here, give me a show of hands, have felt a kick in the stomach energy-wise when you get that email from a boss, or you get that email from a client, or someone wants to get a refund on something, and you think, oh God, you take it personally, right? You feel that in your energy field. You feel like, you might even feel like there's a stabbing in the back. Sometimes I've had that kind of energy. That is a threat to your sense of self. Okay, so that's what I mean. That puts you in, because there the threat is someone thinks different of me than I think of myself. I think I'm great and I did a great presentation, but the client doesn't think so. Okay. So there's a mismatch there, and that makes you doubt yourself, question yourself. You don't trust your ability. You don't think you're good enough. And how many of us are running the story, I'm not good enough? Okay. Another show of hands. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. We're all running these programs. Okay. So, this is a universal problem. An absolute universal problem is that we believe the stories, we have given our power away to other people, and our ego is now running the show instead of being fully entrusting with our own soul's voice, with the universe, with our beliefs and desires and visions. And we are in the same boat. So repeated threats to our sense of self erode. This is how I see this. Okay. So again, with everything like these sessions, just take from this what resonates. And if this doesn't resonate, that's okay. All right. So this is how I see it. Repeated threats to our sense of self erode our natural life force energy. All right. So the life force energy that fuels our passion, our self-belief, and our self-worth reserves that I feel are held in the solar plexus. Like there's a well in the solar plexus that is meant to hold and carry and receive nature and universe's life source energy. But we, through various experiences and circumstances, we are not connected into that energy stream anymore. So we're now working, so all of us, obviously, we're working on our own frequency. We're trying to shift everything. We're expanding. We want abundance, peace, and joy goals. And we kind of get into the law of increase, that says that we are constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly expanding. And that's natural. It's natural to expand. So therefore, isn't it natural for our self-belief to grow, our self-worth to expand? Does that resonate with people? To understand that actually we're naturally meant to increase and grow our self-worth. But because we've been disconnected from that life force energy, because we're not feeling that through our ancestral line, we're not feeling that spiritually, we're not feeling that because of safety threats in our life that we've experienced, we're depleted. We're depleted in that energy center. We're depleted in our inner knowing and our inner knowledge and belief in ourselves. So of course, it's more difficult to expand when there is a depletion in that place. Does that make sense? We need to get out of our head and we need to move into our body and forget about what has happened in the past. So I know that's difficult. We are conditioned to hold on to the past. We're conditioned to, our ego and our protector is very, fiercely guarding us because it doesn't want us to be experiencing further pain and traumas. But we have to reprogram the mind. We have to shift our mindset. We have to see a different way and a different perspective. And that's what tapping can help us do. So I'm not going to get into all the benefits of tapping because there are so many. But I want to take you on a journey instead of letting you experience some tapping, but also we're going to do some visualization. We're going to meet our inner child and give her what she needs or give him what he needs. What else have I written? Forget that it all has happened in the past. Reconnect ourselves to the internal well of self-belief that's within us. Remember that it's there. Boost that life force connection, like reboot. This is a reboot. Get the energy flowing. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. And remember you are all worthy simply because you exist. Did you know that? Purely by being spirit in avatar human body, We are all equally worthy. There is no one person more worthy than another. You are all worthy simply because you exist. Exactly. So we have to remember that. That is so important that we remember that and that we teach that to our children. Okay. The other day when Jess asked me about doing this, I sat down and I called in some female goddesses and I wrote some words, and I want to share them with you now before we go on our journey, because it shapes what comes next, basically. So I want you to just maybe close your eyes and just maybe put a hand on your heart. And I want to share these words with you, and I just want you to let them wash over you. Allow yourself to receive them and see how that feels in your body. So I called in Kuan Yin, Lady Nada, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene. And this is what I wrote. Just decide you are worthy. Claim it. Own your worthiness. Forget anything anyone has ever said to you in the past. They don't know your worthiness. Only you can know your worthiness. Claim it, own it, love it. See how important you are, and everyone else will see it too. You are so worthy because you are so important. You are important because you are a thread in the web of life. The energy you create and share through those threads matters, and it matters more than you could ever realize. Your energy contributes to the fabric and patterns, behaviors, thoughts, and emotions of the whole world. Your impact is substantial. You've just forgotten because others have forgotten in the past. They can't see it, so don't allow you to claim your divine birthright. To feel whole, complete, loved, and worthy of immense joy, health, wealth, and love. Remind your inner child not to listen to anyone else. They are perfect just as they are, and their only goal now should be to have fun. See them playing, creating, dancing, hugging, and laughing. Bring that energy into your field, and you will remember how whole, perfect, and worthy you are. So just take a deep breath in and a big release out. And while you're here in this space, perhaps set a little intention for yourself that you choose now, you claim now, you remember now how worthy you are of all of that. And just before we go into a visualization, I just wanted to demonstrate the tapping points. So did everybody feel something with that energy? Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Claim it, own it, love it. Yeah, take a drink of water. Amazing. And if your emotions are starting to shift, allow them to flow. This is the space to release. You're held together. How many of us? 51 of us. Wow. Connecting, holding space for this level of release. So allow the emotions to flow and just know it's safe to do so. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate the tapping points, because when we do our little exercise, I'm going to get you to have your eyes closed, but then we're going to move into some tapping. So for people who haven't done tapping before, you're welcome at that point to open your eyes and follow along, but you'll get the hang of it really quick. And then you can kind of get back into the meditative flow. So we're probably not going to do a setup statement actually, because we're kind of going to be in the energy already. So we start at the top of the head. If you just want to tap along with me, So we get 50 odd people regulating their nervous systems together. So we're tapping on the crown together. Usually I use 3 or 4 fingers. Then we have the start of the eyebrow. Now you can use 1 hand, 2 hands. There is no right or wrong way, as long as it's the beginning of the eyebrows. Then we have the side of the eye, which is heading out towards the temples. Then we have under the eye, under the nose, on the chin. And we have the collarbone point. So if you just feel where the bones are and then drop down a little bit, it's K27 for the acupuncture or acupressure people. This links directly to the kidney. So it's amazing anti-anxiety, anti-panic attack point. And then under the arm, so kind of away from the armpit, I'll just show you there. And I like to tap the hand points, which I know some of the Americans don't do, but it's very useful. They all link to a different part of the body as well. So across the wrist, these points are great if you're in meetings, interviews, train journeys, walking down the road, and you need an added bit of stress release. And then we're squeezing either side of the fingernail beds for each finger. And I usually say 1 sentence per point. But if you don't worry if you get stuck or you miss a point, we're all sending signals into the brain that switches off the fight, flight, freeze response. So this is turning off fight, flight, freeze, bringing safety and reset into the body, allowing you to truly let go. Okay. So any questions before we get started on the tapping or the points? And I can answer questions when we finish our exercises as well. Maybe have a bit of water. No, either side is good. You can 1 hand, 2 hands, opposite hands. I prefer my right hand because I'm right-handed. That's the only reason. Okay. So we're just going to tune in again. Yes, Larry. So we learned that we start with the karate chop point. So the karate chop is used to connect in with our emotions. Because of the little exercise that I'm going to do, I feel like we're already going to be tuned into our emotions. So I feel like we can probably skip it for this one, but good question. Okay. Can you go over the finger points? Yes. So I'm going to just do it this way. You're just squeezing either side of the fingernail bed. That makes sense? So not on the front, but the sides. Hopefully that helps. But just, you can always open your eyes, copy along with me, and trust. You know, sometimes I might even call in our angels and guides to tap on versions of ourselves. So just trust that it's happening. Okay, so let's just take a minute now just to ground in. And we are going to connect with our inner child and multiple different inner childs. So just hand on heart and maybe a hand on your solar plexus, actually, you know, connecting in with that beautiful well within us, the soil that we're tending to in our solar plexus. And just take a few breaths. And again, drop in to your intention to grow and strengthen your self-worth, to nurture that soil within you. And we're going to connect to source light. I'm going to imagine a big pillar of light coming down through and around the crown of our heads, creating a pillar of light all the way down through our physical body and surrounding our energy field, connecting to source, the life force energy that fuels us. Just know that this is the energy that we're talking about. Unconditional love of self and unconditional love of everyone else around us. Bring that light through every chakra, our central column, our physical body and our energy field. And then move that light down through the soles of our feet, rooting and anchoring into the earth below us, pushing all the way in, right into the core. So if you can see now, imagine the earth lighting up with all of us dotted around the world, pulling in source energy through our physical and energetic field and right down into the core. And imagine that all meeting together. And perhaps this energy together creates or connects to a diamond at the center of the earth. Beautiful diamond, denoting abundance, joy, clarity, beauty. And we pull up that diamond energy back through our column and pillar of light, back into our physical body. Imagine that diamond light now just creating a bubble of protection around your energy field. Breathing in, knowing that you are safe, grounded, held by Mother Earth, held by the love we have for each other, held by the infinite love of source and life force energy. I'm going to take your awareness now into your solar plexus. Imagine that there is a portal of light spinning in there. And you're going to move through that portal of light, moving through that light and arriving in a beautiful place in nature. Somewhere big and expansive where you can have a bonfire. It could be a woodland clearing, it could be a beach, a big field, the desert. There could be pyramids in the background and calling in Isis. Wherever you land today is perfect for you. Make sure you're breathing in and releasing out. I'd like you to call in all past versions of yourself that has lost its connection with self-belief, any age that you struggled through, any age where you experienced trauma. Maybe you don't even remember. Just trust. You are calling in and gathering all versions of yourself who need this right now in this moment. See them gather around this fire. And perhaps you can extend this invitation on a soul level through space and time. Is there any past life or concurrent life versions of me who are also holding lack of self-belief, lack of self-worth, lack of love, lack of trust? I allow myself to feel their presence in this space. And then I surround all of us with our own guides, archangels, ascended masters, spirit animals, fire dragons, unicorns, elementals, earth, wind, fire, water, any energy that you connect to, that you would like to invite into this space. Breathe. I want you to see fire burning bright. This fire is purple. It is the violet fire. It is the cosmic diamond violet fire. This powerful healing, transmuting tool is ready for all versions of you to let go. I want you to imagine, see, sense, or feel every single version of you around this fire, throwing, releasing, burning the energy, the experiences, the past, the contracts, the vows, the karma, all the limitations, willingly or unwillingly set or made through time, the bonds, cords, the ties, however you see this. You can take backpacks of heavy weight off your shoulders and throw them in. You could vomit this energy from within you into the fire. You could see it coming out your hands and feet. Intend to let go of all the times where you felt small, all the times you felt not good enough, unlovable, where you didn't belong. And allow the energy to flow. Any tears, grief, fear. Feel it and let it go. And while this energy is moving and shifting, we're going to do some tapping to aid this further release. So we can imagine all versions of ourselves tapping away here. They know how to do this. And if you feel you need some extra support, your guides can step in and tap with you and for you. And you can bring your attention to me if you feel you need to watch me as well. Okay, starting with the top of our head. All this deep, suppressed energy inside of me. And we're tapping on behalf of all of our versions of self here. So the point is the eyebrow. This suppressed rage, grief, frustration, side of the eye, disappointment held deep in my bones and in my soul, under the eye, through space and time, over and over. I have forgotten who I am. On the chin, I have forgotten to trust myself. The collarbones, I have forgotten how to let go. I have forgotten that I'm worthy. I've paid attention to what other people think. And then we're tapping the fingers. I've lost trust in myself through all space and time. I've lost trust and faith in other people. I've witnessed and experienced so much trauma that has shaped my view of who I am in this world. So back up to the head. I'm not going to call out the points now. You can just copy along, and it doesn't matter if you skip any. I have felt not worthy. I have felt not good enough. I have believed that I'm not worthy. I have believed that I'm not good enough. I have believed what other people believe. I didn't know that there was another way. I've been conditioned and programmed to hold on. I've been conditioned and programmed to listen to other people. I have been trapped in my own mindset, and I didn't know it. I didn't realize there was another way to be. I'm seeing things with different eyes now. I'm realizing that I have done nothing wrong. I have been doing the best I can my whole life. I've been trying to please other people. I've taken on responsibility for my parents' happiness. I've taken on responsibility for my friends' happiness. I have forgotten my own responsibility to myself. And none of this is my fault. My ego has stepped in to support me. My ego and belief system is very loud and negative. I'm very critical and harsh on myself. It's been that way to keep me safe. It's a safety strategy to minimize pain in my life. But there is no avoiding pain. Maybe it's okay to feel these difficult emotions. All these difficult emotions that have been so suppressed for so long. I've held on to so much, and it's made me distrust myself. It's made me doubt myself. It's made me hate myself. At times I felt on the floor. I felt hopeless and despair. But these are old stories. These are misinterpreted stories. None of this is the truth. And I find the courage now within me to let every single piece of this go. I can let go of the stories and the patterns. I can let go of the behavior and the critical voice. I can decide now that I am worthy. I can claim my birthright of worthiness. I can truly see that I'm worthy of love, that I'm worthy of abundance and joy and peace, that I can have everything I need. And I have it all within me, waiting. I've been waiting to reclaim my power. I've been waiting to rise like the phoenix from the ashes. This is my time. This is my moment to claim my worthiness, to know that I am worthy of everything positive I want in my life. I'm worthy of all my desires. I'm worthy of financial security and abundance. I'm worthy of deep, juicy desire and love. I'm worthy of creating and servicing life. I am here right now, shown up in this world to live. And by living, I feel everything. It is safe to feel my feelings. It is safe to express my feelings. It is safe to claim my authenticity. It is safe to claim my worth. Only I can claim my worth. Only I can know my worth. And I choose to know it. I choose to see it. I choose to see the light of love within me, shining so bright, reflecting and impacting the world around me. And I'm worthy simply because I exist. I release all remaining limitations and energy relating to doubt, fear, suppression. I call all my power back, all my power that has ever been taken away or that I've given away through space and time, this life and others. I release all past versions of myself from the cage I've experienced. I claim freedom. I claim my worth. I connect to the life force energy of the universe. I reboot my system. I start again now, today, right now. I get to do over. I get to choose. And I choose love. I choose to see my worth. Okay, so everyone just take a moment and connect in with their heart space, their solar plexus. Take a few breaths. Maybe sigh out and release that remaining energy into that fire in front of you. See all the versions of you around this fire start to dance. Maybe there's some drums, there's some beats. They are rejoicing, laughing, playing. See them dancing around this fire, letting go of anything. See them moving, shaking, moving their bodies. Just going to listen to a song. Oh no, hang on, this one's better. Okay, so allow yourself to feel the shivers and the energy ripple through your body now. dog days are over. You are ready. Step on a new path, a new timeline. Move if you want to, dance if you want to. Take a few breaths. Somebody there's got a little bit of a pain, so just maybe tap, breathe. Ask yourself to release. Jana's got the dancing going, so I think it's trying to get up. Move your solar plexus. Just take some breaths. Gonna come back again. We'll finish the song. Sylvain, just check in with us. Let us know how you're doing. Okay, ready? Move your body. Excellent. Dana's in the garden. There's some good shaking going on there. Woo! Yes. Oh wow, guys and girls. Wow. That was incredible. Thank you for connecting. Yes, love it. Oh, I feel so hot. Woo. Okay, tune in. Yes, sparkly, so much. Amazing. I kind of had in my head that we might dance, and then I was like, oh no, I'll wait and see. And then it came in. Oh, so how does that feel? We have connected with with so many aspects of ourselves, with through space and time. You know, we've stepped forward into a new pathway. We have brought our future selves to us today, here in this moment. And that has been amazing. Thank you so much for all the lovely messages. Oh, versions of me dancing around the fire. Yeah, definitely. A good old fire throwing exercise is really awesome. Okay, Sylvain said you feel better after the dancing. That's good. Stepping into my power and letting go. Clear visions of the versions of me. Excellent. Major reclamation of self. Yes. Best tapping I've done. Wow. Thank you. I am so pumped. Like, absolutely heart bursting. Yeah, really grateful to you all for doing that with me. It was oh, lovely. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna make me all cry now. It's just amazing. Everybody brought to that space. We co-created this together. And for anybody doing the replay, obviously too, your energy's here, and I hope that you enjoy this as well. Has anybody got any questions? I'd love to connect with some of you. on Instagram, or, you know, it's Sarah_Tobin. My website is Tapping for Mums, but my membership is not just for mums. It is a tapping community, like I said before, across all countries, where we gather monthly and tap and work on ourselves and do awesome stuff together. So yes, thank you, Jana. Any questions? Would anybody like to share? Opening the floor, you're happy to do so. Of such a gift midweek, yeah, and a nice way to close the end of the day. And I've just had a message there that's someone who's not part of the Healy community yet was wondering what device we're wearing, and so apologies that wasn't very clear to start with, because this was originally going to be just an internal event that we've opened out, haven't we, Jana? So yeah, I don't know, Jana, do you want to just give a very minor intro to it?
Sure. I'm outside, so sometimes the traffic gets a little bit loud, but yeah, if you're here as a guest, this is what we're gathering around, is this Healy, and then this is the Meg Healy, and it's an incredible frequency device that's based off hundreds of years of research, or over 100 years of research, synthesized into a personal device. And ultimately what it's doing is it's helping to align you with the source, or the optimal blueprint within yourself. And it does it in a whole bunch of ways. So what I recommend is, if you're here as a guest, reach back out to the person who, Sarah's still pinned, reach back out to the person who brought you here, or who invited you here, and let them get you all up to speed with what the Healy is, because this thing is such a magical little device. So yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah. That was amazing. We are so blessed. And, you know, this is the first of what I know Jess wants to create more of within our lineage and our Healy community, is more opportunities for us to, you know, really connect into the embodiment experience, and more into our authentic and most true self. So Sarah, what a gift today. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. That was amazing.